Hello, I am Francisca. Welcome to my kitchen and to my new island. Isn't this amazing that now we do have an island? Okay, it's kind of a small improvised island, but that doesn't matter. Kind of shakes a little bit, we haven't used it yet. So let's hope everything goes according to plan. And in order to christen our island, I'm going to prepare for you a very simple recipe from this book, which is called 50 Sensational Stir Fries, which of course I bought in a charity shop. As you know, I always buy everything in charity shops. Well, not quite everything. I mean, I don't buy food yet in the charity shops, but this is a lovely book with savory and sweet stir fries, and today we are going to prepare the crispy cinnamon toasts, which I can show you here. And they are just basically French toasts. Actually, the bread is only soaked in eggs and not eggs and milk. As a rule, I am quite chaotic with making French toasts because I manage to either not soak the bread enough, either I soak the bread too much, so wish me luck. As you know, every recipe I make for you are all recipes I've never tried, so it's a mystery. Let's see how it goes. So we'll need 50 grams of raisins, 45 grams, that's 3 tablespoons of Grand Marnier. Here you have the raisins. They are being soaked in the Grand Marnier. I don't have Grand Marnier, I have triple sec. They are both orange liqueurs, and I always buy the cheapest because liqueurs are becoming more and more expensive. Governments are so afraid people are going to turn into alcoholics, so they raise the taxes more and more, making it impossible for people like me and you to buy all the liqueurs we need for our cooking. But triple sec, and this is Curaçao triple sec and Grand Marnier, they are both orange liqueurs, so everything is okay. I'm going to do something. I'm going to warm up these raisins because they plump up a lot better when they are warm than cold. So then we need 4 slices of white bread, which we have here. By the way, never forget to wash your hands. I don't show myself washing my hands, but everything is washed, the oranges are washed. And of course you need to wash your hands when you start cooking. 3, they say size 4 eggs. I have no idea what size 4 eggs are, but I have 3 medium eggs here. There you go. Everybody knows what eggs look like, so I don't need to show, you know, the eggs before breaking to you. Then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, but I think you just sprinkle on the top. 1 tablespoon might be too much, I'll just sprinkle some cinnamon on the top. 2 oranges, they say large, I don't know what large oranges look like. These ones are, I suppose, medium. Anyway, you just cut it in little stripes, use as much as you like.
So I'm not an expert,
yeah,
but I can tell you that large oranges tend to look a bit bigger than small oranges.
Okay.
There you go.
I can show you what a grapefruit looks like, so it would be somewhere between these.
That would be a very large orange.
Yes. It doesn't matter.
Huge.
Just use whatever you are comfortable with and whatever you have at home. Anyway, if I need another orange, I have 1 more. Then sunflower oil. I don't use sunflower oil. I always have olive oil at home, so I'm going to use a bit of olive oil, but maybe sunflower oil is actually better. It doesn't have a strong flavor. Butter, 25 grams. Of course, this being Europe, I always use scales. If you are in the United States or Australia or wherever, you probably don't use scales, but it is handy. I know exactly what is 25 grams of butter, and I'm not measuring it with spoons. Then 15 grams of demerara sugar, which is 1 tablespoon anyway. You just sprinkle on the top, so I didn't even measure a tablespoon. And thick Greek yogurt, but we are not really yogurt lovers, so although I did buy it, I'm going to use a bit of skirty cream, which I actually prefer. Skirty cream to yogurt. So the first thing we are going to do is apron. There you go. This is a very old trusted apron because I love to look good, but equally I don't want eggs and oranges and sunflower oil all over my clothes.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Why?
Because then I could lick them off.
Men. Oh, that's what men are like. So, one thing you can do is you can use a beautiful cutter with a flower or a star, which I have got. But I find it is a pity to be throwing bread away. And as I don't have another recipe with bread cuttings, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the bread in nice neat squares. First the crusts off. You can also buy bread nowadays without crusts, and that's good too. Actually, if you want to leave the crusts on, just leave the crusts on. We have forgotten one thing, we've forgotten our music.
Actually, no, we haven't forgotten the music. We're going to add it on afterwards this time.
Yeah, but I like to be inspired while I'm cooking.
I could sing to you.
Yeah, please do.
I don't think you really want that. That's a Christmas carol.
That's true. I just sang the first thing that came to my mind.
A Christmas carol in April?
It is cold enough outside, so don't, it could be Christmas. It's surely a lot colder than Christmas in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Or Christmas in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Or in Bora Bora.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just making little squares, but you can make whatever. In the end, this is just French toast. But I am hungry, so I wanted to make something very easy. This is a recipe I wanted to make for a while already. So, this island does shake quite a bit. I do like the music. It gives, more cheerful ambience. We have just moved to this house, and we're always moving. There is a reason for that, and if you watch my videos, you'll know why we seem to be forever moving. But I hope that we'll not stay here for at least 1 year. So hopefully we'll have a lot of videos coming from this lovely kitchen. And we'll be growing ever fatter with all the cooking. Never mind, life is short. Life is too short to just live on seeds like the birds. But if you love seeds, well, actually, I do like a lot of seeds and I use seeds in my cooking. I'm just joking. The only thing I don't do is just eat seeds. But for the rest, seeds are marvelous. Especially a little bit salted and roasted. I'll try to use these bits of bread for something else. Maybe I just dry them and make breadcrumbs, for example. Because that way I never waste money buying breadcrumbs. I have old crumbs. And actually, if you are making these for guests, you can cut with a nice cutter. For example, for Christmas, you can cut them with a star or a Christmas tree and then make breadcrumbs from what is left over, and then use them to make meatballs or... Oh, no, wrong place, wrong time. This bread is already a bit stale because stale bread absorbs the egg a lot better. It is still disintegrating quite easily, so I don't know what's going to happen. So this is done then. Now I am going to plump up my raisins. This is a very good trick. You warm them up and you have instantaneous plumping. Oh, I'll keep these to put the raisins back. And then we are going to discard the marvelous liqueur. Maybe discard in a little glass and drink it.
That sounds good.
So there you go. This is a very, very good trick if you don't want to be plumping up raisins all night. You just warm them slightly. Don't cook them, you know. They don't need cooking, just a little bit of warming up, and then they absorb the liqueur a lot better. I'm not even sure whether I'm going to throw away the liqueur or let the toasts sip a bit of the liqueur. I think that's going to be quite nice. There you go. They become kind of soft and delicious and amazing.
Just like you.
Sir Colin is in one of his good days.
He's always in a good day.
Yeah, that's true.
Every day with you is a good day.
That's true as well. That is true. Actually, Sir Colin could cook for us one of these days. That would be nice, to say the least. This bacon sandwich. I tried to get Colin into a cookery show once.
Yeah.
I tried to get us both. It was supposed to be one partner who can cook well and the other can't cook at all.
So we would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect, yeah. We got interviewed and all on Skype, and we never got to, we are not chosen. I suppose we are not fun enough or whatever. Never mind.
They couldn't cope. They couldn't cope with us.
Steven Spielberg will be hiring us soon, so we didn't have time either. I am now going to cut the orange peel in little stripes, and then I'm going to blanch it. And blanching means I'm going to boil them for a minute or so in a little bit of water. I'm getting quite hungry by now. We should have made this earlier. Here is our bread. It's actually quite nice to have an island. I just wish it wouldn't shake, but now I'm going to try to peel it as thin as I possibly can, because I have the feeling that if I use a potato peeler, but probably I don't think a potato peeler would smells good though. I don't think that I have the best knife in the world, do I? I never sharpen my knives. I used to work in a cook shop, very famous Cardiff cook shop, and then I would sell my customers the things to sharpen the knives, the knife sharpeners, and I never use one. I know it is bad, but this is a much better knife. What I would like to have is one of those devices that you go over the rind and the little stripes come out, but I've never managed to find an easy one. I have already ruined my hands. Should I take this plate away? Cooking in a new kitchen is never easy. There you go. It's a real pity not to have one of those devices grate the bits of peel right away. But I've never been able. I've already grated my hand, and it was not a good thing. So if you know a good one, I even have one there in my office to give away, and it is from a very good brand, Xylis. I contacted them and I said, I don't understand, you sell expensive stuff and it doesn't seem to do what it says on the tin, but guess what, they never answered me, so never mind. I really like this with music, Colin. I know that you'll put some music afterwards, but I can't cook and dance and sing at the same time. It gives a lot more ambience. I'm not even sure that I will use the rind of the second of the peel. I don't know very well the difference between peel and rind.
I think it's the same thing.
I don't know. It's not my language, so. That's a bit of a bother, isn't it? I'm sure that a lot of my cooking friends now are saying, what is she doing? She shouldn't be doing it like that.
What are they saying?
What is she doing? She's not doing it the proper way. She could have some very handy gadget. Oh, I'm not going to peel the other orange. Oh no, this is far too much work. You can see I never tried this before, because if I had tried this, I'd have tried to find another way of doing it. then they say you should take away the pith, I think this is called, this white stuff. Actually, most people don't know, but the very, very good stuff in the oranges is in this white bit. And people say that it is very, very bitter. Not really. I don't know where they have that idea from. It's not bitter.
And in Wales,
Yeah.
people used to say in the old days that the pith on oranges and mandarins could cause cancer. But I think it was an old wives' tale.
Yeah, but they didn't have cancer back then, in the time of the old wives.
Yeah, they had some. Not as much as today, but they had some.
Today is just unfortunately everywhere. No, but it is known that a lot of the goodness is in the pith. And anyway, pith.
Pith. P-I-T-H.
Pith.
Pith.
I know how to write it, I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Pith.
Pith.
Yes, pith.
If you're English, you know, you have so a hat like that, you stand in front of Buckingham Palace and you say pith. And then the
I
Queen
think
comes
one has to
by.
be careful what one says.
Then the Queen walks by and Prince Philip, when he's better, and you say pith.
You need to be very careful what you say.
And the Queen says, perfectly pronounced, and gives me a knighthood, you know, with the spade here.
Sword.
Spade.
With the sword, not the spade.
No, in Portugal. In
There might be a spade in Portugal,
no,
but it's a sword
in
here.
Portuguese it's espada, so sometimes I just adapt sword. I used to say sword, but it is not. They write sword in order to say sword. What a waste of letters. But anyway, if I want to stand there, so with my hat, so you know, for the Queen to admire my accent, I need to start learning to actually speak English properly. I find my English is getting a lot better after so many years of speaking English, not of being here, because I haven't been here that long, for 4 years, for 4 years, but my English is getting to sound less like Dutch and Portuguese and more like English.
And I find that your English has
Yeah.
always been far better than most English or Welsh people can speak English.
Ooh, I'm not sure the Queen would enjoy that, but
What would she know?
I think she's going to invite us for a garden party someday. I think so.
Could be a problem.
Why? Because you don't like garden parties.
I'm fine with garden
Then
parties,
I go on my own.
but I'm no fan of the royal family.
Oh, don't say that. But when the invitation arrives, I am going to say yes. I mean, wouldn't you all say yes if the Queen of Great Britain, she's not Queen of England, mind you, because I'm not in Wales. I'm not in England, I mean I am in Wales, and she's also the Queen here. And she's a truly lovely lady. She's 91 years old, and her skin is far better than mine.
I disagree with that also.
And she has a lot of energy and absolutely wonderful. She works very hard. You
Just goes to
probably
show.
you probably think, all of you, okay, but she's a queen, you know, she's all day at home with a crown and sitting on a throne. That's not true. This lady works very hard, and she has her dogs, you know, a little corgis that she has to take for walks. And
So 91 years of luxury,
No. She really works very, very hard. She does all kinds of things all over the country, and when I'm 91, I'll kind of like to put my feet up if I still have feet. Olive oil. No, but one day I'm going to speak with a stiff upper lip, like British royalty, and people will think that I'm actually British.
That would not be a good thing. You don't need to be British, believe me, my darling.
Why not? Anyway, that's going to take 150 years at least. Maybe I could do it in another incarnation. So this is blanching, is boiling the rind of a citrus in water. The weather is not good today, unfortunately. It's still very cold. Of course, by the time we post this, we tend to take a long time to post our videos, because otherwise I can't keep up with all your lovely comments. By the way, if you love my channel, our channel, do subscribe, hit on the red button, leave comments, leave a like, and you are very, very welcome. I have already made awesome friends, such talented people, you wouldn't believe it. I think I'll spend the rest of my life traveling all over the country to visit you. This makes the orange rind kind of softer and more palatable, and I suppose less pesticides as well, or whatever. I don't tend to buy organic for one reason. If you buy organic food, who tells you that food is organic? You are sure that you are paying a lot of money, but you are not sure that it is organic. Although I would love to be able to live on organic food. And when we buy a nice house in the countryside, I want to have a vegetable patch, an orchard, and then I know that everything is organic. Until then, paying a lot of money for stuff that maybe is just like the rest, I don't think so. Now, we are going to melt the butter. The lovely plate from the charity shop, of course, to serve my crispy cinnamon toasts in. And now I am going to start soaking the bread, and for me that's something I dread, because as I said, I managed to break the bread, over soak it or not soak it enough, or it's somehow, my bread has a mind of its own and it never ends up the way I want it. Soaks too much, soaks too little. My bread is very rebellious, so if you can buy bread without a mind of its own. Actually, these toasts should be fried in a wok, but because I want to fry them quickly, and actually we have quite a bit of bread, I am going to fry it in a frying pan. Let's see how I do this. Am I not forgetting anything? No, I don't think so. It's probably blanched enough. Maybe I put the soaked bread. I don't know how am I going to do this. I really don't. This is something that always makes me nervous. The Portuguese people make something delicious around Christmas, which is called rabanadas, and it's basically the same thing. And I never make them because I make a mess. I make a mess of it all. Ask Sir Colin to sing us a little.
No, you don't want him singing.
Song.
No, no, no.
But talking about organic food, I think organic food is actually the only food we should eat. And we all feel a lot better and a lot healthier. But as I said, you can't trace it, so unless you know a farmer, that would be great. If you know a farmer and you have the food from the farm, or you grow it yourself. But if you buy it in supermarket, I think that often you are paying a premium for stuff that's just as actually, I don't think this is such a good idea because the egg makes kind of an omelette. I don't know. Usually you make this with milk. I don't know whether the recipe is wrong. Maybe they forgot the milk. I don't understand, it's kind of little omelettes with bread. But I assure you, there is no mention of any milk. A lot of recipes come with omissions and wrong quantities, and which sometimes you spot, other times you don't. Still, I am going to do them the way they say so that we can see are they nice, are they not, and if they are not nice, we don't make them again. It's as simple as that. They are not breaking, that's already a bonus. Lower, because we shouldn't burn the oil. Well, there we go. I'm also not sure the egg will soak all these squares. I'm going to do something. I'm going to put them in a plate and soak the oil. I have noticed that the chefs on TV always speak with a smile. I find it a little bit difficult, you know, to be talking to you and cooking and always smiling, but it's like some skaters or some ballroom dancers who also always have a smile on their faces. I don't think that I'm a very smiley person, so...
Oh, I think you're a beautifully smiley person.
I do smile occasionally, but usually I...
You should always smile.
I suppose you are right.
Because when you smile, the whole world lights up.
Oh, That is why I sing that song, Smile.
Yeah.
I won't sing now because if you add music, then it sounds dreadful. With me singing and the music playing, something else playing, or even if it is Smile playing, it won't match my pace of singing. So anyway, although I was very, very sad to be moving, I think we are quite happy with our new house. So it was traumatic to be evicted from our old home because we dared to demand our rights. On the other hand, I am now fighting to change the laws in the UK. I may not speak perfect English, but I can do my bit to make sure that in the future tenants will have more rights, because it was not nice. 4 months after having moved into our home, we were kind of thrown out for no reason. Well, the reason was that we said, look, things need improving, and they didn't like it. They like people who are silent, who don't have a voice. So actually you need at least another egg if you use 4 slices of bread. I'll stop here and I'll fry the other ones later. We'll try a couple and we'll tell you. I mean, we'll try a couple of slices, not a couple. We are not into swinging. Not yet, not yet. God knows, God knows.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. No, but we won't try another couple. We'll try a couple of our toasts. So what they say, actually, they kind of seem to add this is all a little bit strange. They seem to add the raisins to the oil, but there is too much oil here. I don't think I would do that. There we go. Did I say that I was hungry? I am.
You did, several times.
And I always believe that homemade food doesn't really make you fat. So you don't need a lot of oil. Actually, they fry better in this bit that doesn't have too much oil. They are looking really beautiful. They are puffed up more than the other ones. They are also a little bit more, a little darker, which also looks kind of good. See?
Just hold it there for the viewers.
Wait, I'm going to do so because otherwise... it's unpuffing again. It's kind of shriveling. What a pity! It's so pretty. Oh, my fork got warm. It's so nice when they are so puffed up. A lot nicer than when they shrivel. Wouldn't believe all the words I know in English.
That's very true.
Shrivel. That's because I'm still waiting for the Queen to invite me for the garden party. And when I get there, I don't want Her Majesty to be ashamed, you know, that she invited a person with no education whatsoever. I want the Majesty to say, welcome Francesca. It's such an honor to be able to drink a cup of tea with you.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. Now, what I am going to do, so I'll finish this later. We don't need to eat them all at once. Oh, the cinnamon! I forgot cinnamon. Wait. Cinnamon. So we'll do as if I didn't forget it. We'll look. See? It actually looks a bit like Christmas. But as a rule, these kind of French toasts have milk and eggs. I still don't know whether they forgot it, but we are going to try it and then we'll know. So forgot something else. Orange. Okay. Well, I didn't forget. I was purposely
Just building the tension for the video and for the viewers.
and going to do it at the end. Although I could have put a little bit so in between. There you go. Now I'm going to take a couple of photographs and then we are going to try them while they are still warm. As you can see, I have forgotten the raisins. This of chatting, cooking and joking, and you forget half of what you need to do. It would probably be good to serve with a little glass of triple sec, which I could go and fetch one, by the way. I may sound like a bit of an alcoholic, but no, usually when I drink anything, it's really just a tiny dessert spoon. So I'm going to try one myself, or maybe a few, wait. And I'm going to try it with a bit of squirty. A bit of squirty cream. I would say that you don't really need both oranges. Did I use... no, I didn't even use all the orange rind. And don't get rid of the triple sec. Do wet your toasts with the triple sec. There we go. It's almost as if I'm making a cocktail. Probably help myself to another one. Let's try it. If I don't like it, I'll be honest with you. Then you can try and maybe you like it. I don't know. It is actually very nice. It's quite different from the French toast with milk, and I'm still not reassured that they didn't forget the milk in the recipe. It's actually quite tasty. very tasty, it is very simple. And see you next time again. And don't forget, if you like my recipes, my singing, my acting, my silly things, my frostbiting, myself, well, you don't say frostbiting yourself, but bathing myself in snow, circling, swimming, anything, do subscribe, leave comments and a like. See you soon. Bye!